All right, cool. Okay. What do Kneehigh do?
What do Kneehigh do? Well, Kneehigh make theatre, basically. Secretly, I call it the Church of the Lost Cause.
no way to treat a knight. No way to treat a knight.
Ah, you must be Mr. Flunkett.
Well, I ain't Mrs. Flunkett.
Excuse me.
What do you say? Thank you, money.
There are so few companies around nowadays that belong somewhere and are core companies. This company belongs in Cornwall. Keeping a core company going demands enormous commitment and passion to the work. To keep a healthy core, you need a nucleus of committed people that are developing the works, but also that core needs feeding. So we're always looking for other influences, whether they come from Tintagel or Cuba, we don't mind, but we're looking to work with other artists, other engineers, other performers, other musicians, to keep that pool of Kneehigh aerated and healthy.
One of the most wonderful things about Kneehigh is it's grown organically, and it's grown as a community and as a family. So there are people who've been working with Kneehigh, working together for 15 years.
Something happens to the audience, and I don't quite know what it is. I know it's got a lot of potential. They can get more or less involved in that story. Last year they got captured as an audience. They got taken by the performers. Suddenly they weren't looking on anymore. They were captured. They were being rounded up. They were being taken down to do possibly human sacrifice. I don't know what was going through the audience's mind, but suddenly they were in it. I think that's, for me, the most exciting thing about the potential of the Wild Walks is the starting point, which is, I'll watch this, I'll see how they do, and by the end, they've experienced something to the full.
We are looking to provoke in an anarchic way, in the same way as a troupe of commedia players went into the royal courts of Italy and provoked and just played on the edge the whole time. When you're watching a play, all us lot are living inside another world within it that the audience never get an inkling of.
The best thing about Kneehigh is the people. There's no question about that. That's the best thing. It's working with a gang of people whose work you really respect and who you like and who you don't mind spending a long time in a van with.
There is a very healthy future. I hope to be part of it. Things will continue to change and we'll continue to build on the considerable experience that we've got.
The Kneehigh Theatre from Cornwall in the UK. Their appearance on the festival entertained the young audience at Uncle Tom's Hall. A historical event, as it was the first ever overseas indoor theatre production to be staged in Soweto. Strange Cargo, a modern comedy of love, scandal, and rock and roll production.
Frankie, allegro.
Intrigued, entertained, and frightened, all these reflected the eventful day in the hall.
My first, whether you want to use this or not, I don't know, I'm going to tell you anyway. But my first experience working with Kneehigh, very first experience, was I had a bad back, but I managed to drive down to a field somewhere or another, and I can't remember where it was, where they'd put up a tent and they were running two shows that Mike was directing. And at the moment I arrived in that field, it took me ages to get out of the car because of my bad back. At the same time, Dave Min was being carried on a stretcher past me but because his scrotum had blown up to a huge size, and in the spur of the moment, Giles was being thrown into the mix, and so they were working on that. And I'd literally just come off the back of I can't remember now, but it was something like a 35 grand show at the Young Vic, and I walked into this field, and somebody gave me a pot of white paint and a brush and said, "Can you paint that tree white?" Yeah, I could just about do that. And I just went, "This is bonkers, but it's so much fun." And these guys are just making it up, which is exactly what you should be doing. And it was all being driven by enthusiasm, except for Dave Bin, obviously.
We're definitely using that.
But it's true. It was literally, I drew up, got out of the car, this stretcher went past. Fuck, what's happened there?
Years ago, Emma, Mike and myself met Gilliam from the Dome Company in a cafe in Bristol, and we started to talk about this mad dream we had of building a structure. Yeah. We said we wanted something that spoke to Kneehigh, that was beautiful, that was flexible, that was epic, but it could be intimate, a whole range of things. Well, Gil, you did it for us.
has to start with the idea. And if you haven't got an idea, don't do it. It's the simple start, because it's never going to come. You know, you'll hit other blocks along the way.
Sometimes with the Kneehigh devising process, as the writer, you have to be sneaky. Sometimes you have to secretly feed the words to the actor when the director isn't looking, and then they play with them, and then it comes to life.
Everybody's going to do everything, and what you want is the thrill of surprise, because I want people to suggest to me things that I would never have thought of, and bring their humanity and their humour and their angers, their passions, to show me what the story can be. The barns are brilliant. They're really beautiful and they're really isolated. And it's almost like a church. You can feel the energy of idiots that have prayed to the god of theatre here over the years. It's cram-packed full here with instruments and costumes and props, which is so creative. If you want somebody to make up a character, you just say, go and find a costume, go and find something. So it's very creative, it's very free, it's very cold, so we have to light fires and chop wood. There's nowhere to get coffee, so we eat together. And this all becomes a very, very basic magic. It means that we spend time together, we eat together, we drink together, we clean together, and that makes us spend a lot of time together, really simply, which means we get to know each other. Ideas happen in the middle of the night or at breakfast, and we're there to catch them, and we're there to enjoy each other. So there's a simple magic that happens here.
All right? Yeah. Fire. And I would give it a little look as well. The bass.
see that story of Tristan and Isolde looking out. I mean, I play King Mark in it, and I say outward lies the way. We don't look inland. There's not much point. Outward lies the way.
One morning tide, not long ago, I woke to hear this song of woe. My love had flown, my heart did break. One morning tide, for pity's sake. I called to you, I hoped you there. You were my wish, you were my prayer, and might you were an angel be, one that rose from darkening sea. Why do I weep? Oh, I know not. For what I seek, I have forgot. Why do I weep? Oh, I know not. For what I seek, I have forgot. And now I walk, and now I roam. The raging waves, they call me home. Those sunken ships and drowning hearts, horizons cut the night apart. I chase your breath, my shadow flags. My bones, they dance beneath these rags. I trace the lines upon your hands. I follow you through broken lands. Why do I weep? Oh, I know not. For what I seek, I have forgot. Why do I weep?